button. Push the goddamn button.
Some of you didn't just randomly lose your man, you tested him into emotional exhaustion. And if you keep playing games with your man, you are going to lose him. You are actually training your man to resent you, and you may call it, I'm just seeing if he still cares. I just need reassurance. I'm just making sure that he still loves me. But what it actually looks like to him is this push and pull, okay? You acting cold, you withholding affection, you creating problems out of nowhere. So I'm gonna say it to you like this: in his eyes, you didn't want love. You wanted proof that you're lovable over and over and over and over and over again. And before you argue with me, okay? What you don't realize is that every test that you set up for him felt like a trap. Okay, let's just give an analogy. It's like someone who's going to go take a test, and every single time they pass the tests just keep coming, and they're harder and more emotionally exhausting, each one. And no matter how many times he passes a test, you keep creating a new one for him. And eventually, your man's going to stop studying, not because he doesn't care about you, but he's tired of failing your mental gymnastics, your mental games. Constant testing does not build trust. It actually builds resentment. And I'm going to go even deeper here. When you do that push and pull, right, as a test, what you're actually training him to do is believe that closeness will come with conflict. Yeah. You're also teaching him that effort will always lead to it never being good enough. So you're actually creating a quite passive, avoidant man eventually. He's going to start to detach, not instantly, but gradually. All right. And you're going to be like, oh, he changed. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. He didn't change. He adapted. He didn't stop loving you. He just got tired of trying to prove that he loves you. That's why there's now less emotion, less effort. It's like when your phone is on 1%, right? And you're trying to play games on your phone, and you're trying to open up apps, and then you're shocked that it shut down on you. You drained the battery, sweetheart. You drained the relationship until there was nothing left to give. And I want to let you know that this stems from anxiety, constant fear, and constantly trying to control the outcome. If you do not feel secure with yourself, you're going to constantly need reassurance, and you're constantly going to create scenarios in your relationship for them to try to prove or give you that reassurance that you're looking for. That's a deep insecurity in you. And then when they're so drained in the relationship, you go and say, see, you never loved me. If you need to constantly test love, then you don't trust it. And if you don't trust it, then you're going to destroy the love you have, trying to confirm that it was breakable. It's like digging up a plant every single day to check to see if it's growing, if it's healthy. You keep digging it up, and then you're wondering why it never grows or why it dies. It's because of you the whole time. So it's very simple. If a man shows up consistently, believe it. And if he shows up inconsistently, question it. Confront it. But that's it. If you create emotional mazes for him and then get mad at him that he doesn't know how to navigate it, that is a you problem. That is not a him problem. Healthy love is not constantly.
Let me stop real quick. Let me say this, man. For the 1000th time, if you are a broken toy, don't put yourself on display. Get help. Stop trying to use people to bandage your wounds. You cannot put anything on that type of mental and physical damage. You gotta go through a process. And I know you're lazy and you don't want to put in the effort. But if you want anything that is worth anything, you cannot bring other people into your bullshit. This is why so many of you don't survive marriages. why you don't survive dating, you don't survive courting, you don't even trust yourself. So how are you going to trust anybody else? It's consistently a me. You find them attractive, they find you attractive. Y'all got things in common, cool. But when you get to the core of all of it, are you really ready for what this entails? You're probably not, especially if you're selfish. You're always thinking about what you can get out of this, how I got to prove this, how I got to prove this and that, and the third, the fourth, and the fifth. Everything that he's doing, you're monitoring it under a microscope because of everything that happened to you in your upbringing and in your past situations with other men. But you don't want to hold any accountability for it. Instead, you put all the blame on everybody else who you allowed to come into your space, not identifying your part in all of it.
Testing and playing mental, emotional gymnastics and mind games. Healthy love is stability. So if you need to constantly do that, you have some inner work that you need to do. You need to get grounded with yourself and you need to love yourself, honey. Straight up. Love yourself. Be okay whether they want you or not, and choose to be in the present with them today that you have them instead of preparing to lose them, because that's exactly what you will get. Some of you
Imagine you just on the outside, you got everything that a person could ever want in you specifically, but your inner work is so messed up that it's always the reason why you are held back from greatness, because you using your outer beauty to cover up all of the flaws and the triggers that'll make a person run away from you, and you try to pretend like they don't exist or they don't matter. Only you can't run away from them. You can't sweep them under the rug. They will always reveal themselves throughout time, because that person is a fully functional and adult, and they don't think, act, talk, or move the way that you do. So it's always gonna be an imbalance. That has to suck. Has to suck. And she's not saying anything that we haven't spoken on before. It's just y'all don't really want to hear it. Or maybe you just want to hear from someone that you lust after. I don't know. Stay out of people's life if you ain't prepared to really put in the work to be the best for not just yourself, but for the other person, because they didn't ask for all that. Nobody wants to be put on a Q&A every day or tested every day, whether or not it's vocally or it's internally. Don't nobody want that.
Like this is pilot who shites the talking. We going back to Memphis and coming straight from New Orleans. The estimated time of arrival is about an hour. And I can turn your ghost if you try and play with my power. So when you look up and see the sun flashing, stay in your seat. If the flight attendant say you making trouble, then we got beef. The turbulence might get rocky, you better not spill your food. This is bread and plain if you get it messy.